Hello students, electromagnetic induction and alternating current continuation video. Here in this video let me see a topic that is Q factor or quality factor. We know for a RLC series circuit at resonance XL is equal to XC or VL is equal to VC and Z is equal to R. Okay, we know at this resonance the impedance is equal to resistance. So the current in the series RLC circuit will be maximum. Current is maximum. Okay, due to increase in current, the voltage across LRC also increases. Okay, this magnification of voltage at a series resonance is termed as Q factor. Then let me see a Q factor. It is defined as a ratio. Okay, it is defined as a ratio of voltage across LRC at resonance to the applied voltage. Okay, see, at resonance the circuit is purely resistive circuit because XL is equal to XC. Okay, at resonance the circuit is purely resistive circuit. So we can consider the applied voltage is equal to voltage drop across the resistor. Okay, applied voltage is equal to voltage drop across the resistor. So we can write Q factor as Q is equal to voltage across LRC. Here I am considering L, that is IMXL divided by applied voltage. Here the applied voltage became voltage drop across R. So we can write IMR. IM going to cancel. We know XL is equal to L omega by R. Okay. Then Q is equal to L by R. We can write omega. We know omega is equal to 1 by root of LC. Okay, 1 by root of LC. So in order to simplify this, consider L as root L into root L by R root L into root C. Okay, cancelling this we get Q factor is equal to 1 by R root of L by C. This is a value of Q factor. See, the physical meaning of the Q factor that indicate that number of times the voltage across LRC that is greater than applied voltage. That is a physical meaning of the Q factor. Okay, see, Q factor is a ratio of voltage across LRC to the applied voltage. At resonance we know current will be maximum. Due to increase in current, voltage across LRC also increases. Okay, at resonance the circuit will be purely inductive circuit because VL is equal to VC. Okay, then the applied voltage is equal to voltage drop across R. Then substituting for this expression, then Q is equal to L omega by R. We know omega is equal to 1 by root of LC. Substituting this we get Q is equal to 1 by R root of L by C. Okay. Then our next topic, power in an AC circuit. We know power is the rate of doing work. Here we can consider power is a rate of consumption of electric energy in the circuit. Okay, power is a rate of consumption of electrical energy in the circuit. Okay, Here the general formula for power is P is equal to V into I. Product of voltage and current gives power for steady system, steady current system. Okay, here it is an alternating current system. So here V is a instantaneous voltage, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Here I am consider this one as V is equal to Vm sin omega t, and current, that is I is equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. Okay, here I am consider this one is an instantaneous voltage, this one is a instantaneous current. Okay, in order to find the power, that is average power, so first of all I am finding the power at an instant. Okay, then next going to the average power. Okay, first of all we need power at an instant. Power at an instant. Okay, not average power, power at an instant, that is P is equal to V into I. Okay, it is an instantaneous power or power at instant, so we are multiplying the instantaneous voltage with the instantaneous current. Then Vm sin omega t, then the current is Im sin omega t plus phi. Okay, then simplify this, then P is equal to Vm Im sin omega t, then sin omega t plus phi. Okay, I consider this one. This one is like sin A plus B. We know the formula for sin A plus B, that is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Okay, substitute in the above expression, that power at an instant became P is equal to Vm Im sin omega t, sin omega t plus phi became sin A, that means sin omega t cos B, that means cos phi. Okay, the next plus cos A, that is cos omega t, then sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Okay, that is sin phi. Okay, then I am multiplying this sign into the bracket, then power became Vm Im sin square omega t cos phi. Okay, plus sin omega t cos omega t sin phi. Okay, this is a power at an instant. Okay, then our next aim is to find the average power. In order to find the average power, then the average of sin square omega t over a cycle will be half. Okay, average of sin square omega t, that is equal to 1 by 2. Then the average of sin omega t cos omega t, that is 0. Okay, substitute in the above expression, then it became average power. Average power, that is named as P average. PAV is equal to Vm Im. Okay, this one became half, 1 by 2, this one cos phi, then this entire part will be 0. This is the expression for average power. Okay, we know we can write this 2 as root into root 2, then P average is equal to Vm by root 2 Im by root 2. We know this one will be a peak voltage, it is a peak current. Then Vm by root 2 became Vrms, Im by root 2 became Irms. Okay, then P average is equal to Vrms Irms cos phi. Here this is a true power. Okay, the product of Vrms and Irms gives apparent power. This one is a power factor. Okay, let me see some special case on the average power. Let me see some special case on the power factor, the average power. The first case, that is for purely inductive circuit, purely resistive circuit. For resistive circuit, we know the phase angle between voltage and current will be 0. Okay, then phi will be 0. We know cos 0 degree, that is 1. So we can write average power, P average is equal to V RMS I RMS. Okay, we can get the maximum power for resistive circuit. Okay, then next, for inductive or capacitive circuit, purely inductive or capacitive circuit. For these two things, we know the phase angle between the current and voltage is pi by 2. If suppose it is an inductive circuit, the voltage will lead. For a capacitive circuit, the current will lead. Anyway, the phase angle is plus or minus pi by 2. We know cos pi by 2, that is cos 90 is 0. Okay, so for the average power for the inductive and capacitive circuit will be 0. The next, that is for RLC series circuit. RLC series circuit. For RLC series circuit, we know the phase angle phi is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC by R. Okay, that we know, that is tan phi is equal to XL minus XC by R, that is can be written as phi is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC by R. Okay, substituting this phi value in the cos theta. Okay, that is cos phi. Then we get P average is equal to V R MS I R MS. Cos phi became this one. Okay, you have to write the value of this. The next last case, that is series RLC circuit at a resonance. It is a much more important one. For series RLC at a resonance, at this case we know XL is equal to XC. Okay, for that case the phase angle will be 0. Then we know the cos 0 value is 1. So we can write P average is equal to V RMS I RMS. Okay, we can get a maximum true power. Okay.